First of all, I want to welcome everybody here to the new Rosemount Senior Living. My name is Bill Peters. I'm the housing director. And really my job is very simple. My job is to make sure that the residents who are living with us always feel embraced, feel loved, feel that we are helping them continue to grow in place and have some fun here. You know, we're all about laughter and relationships, and I think we've established that early on with the people who've already moved in. A lot of them are in attendance today, and I want to thank them for coming out. I also want to thank you for coming out, because it's amazing when you do a ribbon cutting and you look around. You don't know everybody here, but everybody here played a part in the building here. We have people from the city, from construction, from Dakota County, from Augustana, from Mikado. We have everybody here. And so I want to thank you for your help in getting us here today where we are. We're ready to open up. We've already been open now since January 1st, and you'll see the cumulative efforts of yourself and everybody in this room when you walk through it. I think you'll be truly amazed at what was accomplished. And many of you watched it being built for a long time, and you're glad it's done. I know we have some landscaping to get done. We'll get that done soon enough in the spring. But right now, enjoy the inside. We'll worry about the outside come this spring. As I mentioned, too, we're really here to celebrate the residents, too, as part of our job today. And when you walk around and you go through the dining room, you look at the level of service and the food that's being provided, you look at the pub area, you look at the fitness area, you go into our memory neighborhood, you see the care and thought that was put into these spaces. You go up into the beauty salon on the third floor, you get into our community room, you go into the fitness room, as I mentioned, too, and then you see the different lounges that were set aside for residents and their families who are visiting, and also for people who want to use that for special events within there. And if you look, already this area has become a community meeting place for a lot of our residents. And again, there was much thought put into each and every space, the different colors that we use, and the different things that are amenities for our residents, and then also for the community. We are connected to the Steeple Center, which already we've had tremendous support from RAC, from the Steeple Center themselves, and also from the senior group that has already been an active part over here. So we thank them for being a part of us as we grow. We're going to have a lot of different people speaking today, and then we're going to welcome you to join us in some food. I know some of you are like, huh? We'll be bringing out food and drinks right after we get through a lot of the celebrations. And then we'll be cutting the ribbon over here right after we get done with our speeches. So again, thank you so much for coming here. We're really excited to have you. And now I'd like to introduce Cindy House from Dakota County. And I apologize for reading, but she's got a big title. So Cindy is the chair of the board of directors of the Dakota County Regional Chamber of Commerce. She's also vice president of private banking at Gateway Bank in Dona Heights. Cindy, thank you.
Well, the city of Rosemount has waited a long time for this community, and we are all thrilled to be here to celebrate the opening ceremony. The Rosemount is one of the few communities within the area that offers a walkable downtown area right outside the residence doors. The Chamber is truly pleased that Mark Applebaum and the Mikado Group had the foresight and the vision to create a life enrichment community that connects so easily and effortlessly with its surroundings. We are also pleased that the Augustana Care is bringing its exceptional record of service to the Rosemount by providing a range of services to help their residents thrive. Area businesses, schools, library, and the Art Council will be easy to access, and in fact, the Steeple Center can be reached through an enclosed, climate-controlled walkway, just like Bill mentioned previously. We also look forward to bringing more seasoned and senior adults to the Rosemount and will benefit from their talents, experiences, and wisdom. I now would like to introduce the Honorable Mayor Bill Drosty. Mayor.
Thank you, Cindy, and thank you for all of you coming out this afternoon. As I look around the room, I see many Dakota County Regional Chamber members, and I want to say thank you for the support you not only provide every day on Main Street within Rosemount, but also supporting events like this. I'd also like to thank a couple of my colleagues on the City Council for being here today. If you would please raise your hand. Councilmember DeMuth and Councilmember Sean Nelson. Thank you. On introductions also, I have city staff, our city administrator, Dwight Johnson, community development director, and our police chief. He's the guy in the uniform back here, quite noticeable. But thank you for being here. This ceremony is a culmination of years of work to bring new enhancements to Rosemount to provide the services that the community needs and wants. The city bought this land in 2004, first as a site for the Dakota County Library, and then to preserve the historic church building that now serves as the Steeple Center, which hosts many activities and enrich the quality of life for all of our residents. It also serves as a meeting place for our seniors and many other community activities, and we're thrilled, and it's joined to this building at the end of this hallway. We had substantial amount of help to provide the public component of this project. We're thankful the role the Metropolitan Council played in its Livable Communities program. We also had crucial support from Dakota County and the county's Community Development Agency. I'm sure those partners are pleased to see how the funding paid off and the beautiful output that it produced both in this building and the adjoining building. There's another partner I'm thinking about for the future. We're standing near the site of the old St. Joe's School, and I know some members of the community were saddened when we removed those classrooms. But I hope they take some comfort in seeing some of the ways the traditions of education of a mature guiding the young will continue on this site. We've always believed as the city the strong points of this location was that it allows interaction with the schools just across the street. Today our fastest growing age group in the city of Rosemount is 60 plus. It's 14% of our population. We strongly believe it will benefit both the oldest and youngest residents to encourage that interaction. And what a wonderful place this will be to do that. The building was clearly designed with the easy human interaction in mind, with the open dining room and the memory garden that will come to life here with spring just around the corner. We're so pleased to welcome this facility and the professionals who brought it to life and will contribute to the quality of life, not just to the people that live in this building, but also to all the people in the surrounding community. And now I'd like to introduce the primary professional that brought this to life. I have a long bio that I was just recently given, and I apologize not having it memorized, but I will say one item. Mr. Mark Applebaum, president of the Mikado Group, came to this project, and this is his first building project, but his experience for the last 20 years was with Piper Jaffray on the financial end and leadership end at Piper Jaffray, putting together projects like this. And as you walk around this building, we are so fortunate to have the skill set and the individual that's standing next to me heading this project as we saw it come to fruition. So with that, I'll turn it over to Mr. Mark Applebaum.
Well, thank you, Mayor. Thank you to the port and everybody else. I'm going to take this a little different direction, which is about 2 years ago, it was a dark, cold night when we got the final approval for the building. I have to tell you, with all the planning that went into it, when I got that final approval, there was just this sense of obligation and responsibility. Like, I got to get this, we're going to get this right for the community of Rosemount. And so thank you, Mayor, and everybody else involved from the city, from the port, Met Council, and everybody for giving me the opportunity to do that. So I want to acknowledge, besides the governmental entities, I want to acknowledge the team that's here. I'm not going to name it all by name, but this building didn't happen without a really high-functioning team. Everybody's represented here, builders, interior designers, architects, and everybody else. It's all about the team that was put together and just finding really high-quality people. And they're all here if you all have questions about it. The other one I want to acknowledge is actually my father. He would be 90 years old today if he was with us. He came to Dakota County 50 years ago when most of Dakota County was farmland, and he created his own version of residential communities. activities, not senior living, but other things. So he's with us in spirit. So I was not the first person to look at this site. Apparently other people, and I know some of them are, they're very qualified, they found reasons why apparently it didn't work. I came here, and some of you have heard this, in 10 seconds I said, this is going to happen, this has to happen. So I had a strong vision of what it means to have a senior community, and where a senior community should sit within a community. And the truth is, from a purely building or architectural standpoint, we had some restrictions that made it a little more complicated. But you can't replicate the things that have been mentioned. Being across the street from a middle school, elementary school, and down the road from a high school. Being connected to a community center with an active arts organization, active senior organization. Being next to a new library. Being a block away from downtown. These are things that you can't replicate very easily. And the whole vision of senior living should be about, I mean, the people are going to live here. They made this community. They're the heart and soul of this community. They need to be of the community. And this, because of what the city entrusted me with creating here, eventually we can make that happen. So, and I want to also mention just one other thing, memory care. A lot of places do memory care. I came here with a very strong vision of memory care, so we're going to try to do that equally special, even more special, because that's a part of the population that they need to live. They're going to live, and with Augustana and all the great skill sets they bring, we're going to make the best experience possible for them. So, anyways, look at, this is about time and place. Right now we're celebrating place, meaning we're celebrating a physical space. So today, you can walk around, you can see everything, all the professionals that made it happen, and that's great. But the truth is, it's really about time. Time meaning what happens in the building. What happens every day with the people in the building. And I couldn't have a better partner in Augustana, who is operating the building, to make that happen. Because, life is going to happen in this building. And we had a vision of creating physical space, but that physical space was created for the sole purpose of enabling the caregiving, enabling the community to happen. So we did our best, and we think we were successful at making that happen. So I come from a little different background than maybe some others, but we have different ways of acknowledging time. So one of which is just to say, and I want to say it out loud, we're just happy to be here. For everybody that worked really hard to have the perseverance. I mean, the city started in 2004 with a vision, and I think it's now 2016 to the best of my recollection. And we're here, let's just acknowledge that and celebrate it. The other thing is, I kind of point to the front door. In my world, we kind of put something on the front door, but what does the front door mean? The front door means we come in and we go out. And life will be really good, but it's also going to sometimes be painful and messy. But the point is, we'll make this a special place where, when it's messy, it's going to be the most loving, best environment we can create, and when it's good, it's going to be even better. And that's kind of the vision, and I'm honored to be here. So, with that, I'm going to turn it over to Tim Tucker, the CEO of Augustana Care.
You can't tell it. Mark is an enthusiast and has a lot of energy. And he's harnessed that and gotten this project to where it is today. This is a great example of a public-private partnership, again, that we've been involved with a number of times, and we really respect those from the city and the county and Mark's presence and the Mikado Group to get this project to come to where it is today, so thanks. Now, in the course of time, everyone's looking at me, no, I'm not going to go on, so you can put away your watch and get out your calendar, but I'm going to stick to my notes and say just a few things. Augustana shares a commitment to innovation, which they've done on this project very well. As we looked, we try to look to those that we serve to help them live out the lives that they want to live and have experiences that are positive. Those experiences that we have at Augustana that we try to follow all the time is 1, value older generations' talents and experience. 2, to provide care the residents need when and where they need it. 3, to connect residents to the people and things that mean the most to them. And 4, to support residents and families with spiritual care and trying to not be proprietary in that, but try to bring that into their homes and to their community so it's part of their weekly life. These principles guide everything we do at Augustana, and I think everything that the Mikado Group is doing and going to do here. As you look to those doors that Mark talked about, everyone that walks through those doors, I hope, have those principles applied to them, and we'll continue to do that as long as we're here. So saying that, and I guess speaking of which then, I would like to, and I'm delighted to introduce Jenny Axelman, who lives here and is going to have a few words about this community that she's experienced to date. Welcome, and thank you.
actual microphone, so, okay. Well, my name is Jenny Ellis, and I lived here since 1962. I worked for the school district forever. I was a receptionist and switchboard operator there many years. And I never thought I'd be in a senior building, really. But then when this one was being built, and I was alone. My husband died, I was alone. My daughter lived with me, so when she moved, I was alone. My big black dog died, I was alone. So they thought, well, maybe as long as this is going to be built, and that would be good for you. And I said, oh, okay. So I did end up in the hospital in May with problems, and that was another thing they thought, well, if I'm alone and nothing, so it's kind of scary. They were worried about me. And I wasn't sure that they were, but I thought that was, I said they were. And I've been here since January 8th, and I've had lots of fun. I knew people that were going to be here, and I've met lots of people. And every morning we have a big table back there that we have breakfast at, and it gets bigger and bigger. So we've gotten acquainted, and that's really nice. And there's lots of things to do. We do puzzles. They have aerobics every day, chair aerobics. And they have meals, you can eat them or you don't have to. And it's just been really fun. I think this is going to be great for Rosemount, and the staff is really nice. And I've enjoyed it a lot. I can't say I didn't miss my home, because I did, because I've been there forever. But it's nice, it's easy living. You don't have to go outside to put the trash out, you just put it out in the hall. You know, there are really, well, it takes 2 minutes to clean your apartment, maybe less. And that's nice. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. The only thing I have to say, just like the world over, there aren't very many men here.
Now there's a challenge. More men. Before I invite people to come over for the ribbon cutting, I did just want to take one moment, because I know a lot of you have to get back to your jobs, and some people will be leaving here after today, and they've been involved and will move forward. But there's going to be a group of people, both from Mikado, Augustana, and my team, who will be here taking care of the residents. So would you just raise your hands if you're with our team, with Augustana or Mikado? These are the people who will be taking care of the group after everybody leaves. So I just wanted to thank you guys. They put their heart and their soul into this building and into whatever means. So, after we're done, we'll also be giving tours if anybody's interested. We'll be taking you through all the different areas of the building. And then we'll also have refreshments and some wine too, for those who care to buy. The Rosemount wine, yeah, we have a signature wine, the Rosemount wine. So with that, let's cut the ribbon. We're going to move over here from the fireplace for the people cutting it. We'll get some pictures taken. Got all excited to cut a ribbon. Jenny, I'd like to introduce Chaplain, who will lead us in a blessing. So please, your attention.
That's okay. We chaplains are used to kind of being forgotten. I had to say it. Okay. So my name is Jenny Engelman, and I am so honored to be here. I'm just new. This is my 4th week as the organizational director of spiritual care for Augustana Care. And I also am the campus chaplain and director over there at the Minneapolis campus. So at Augustana Care, we really emphasize listening, building hope, providing spiritual care. You heard that in our mission statement that Tim read, that is one of the foundations of Augustana Care. And in this world today, there are so many different traditions, faith traditions, cultures that come. And so we are charged with being open to all faiths. And that is a challenge in this world. It's a challenge to hold our own traditions and also hold the traditions of others. But that is what we're focused on, and that is our hope. That each person, regardless of how they believe, what they believe, will feel welcome and heard, and their faith will be affirmed, and they'll get what they need. So we're really honored to be able to partner with some of the faith churches that are around here and to partner with them and to strengthen those relationships in the future. And we also heard Jenny talk about difficult transitions. And while this is a great place, it's beautiful, a lot of our residents come out of a difficult transition. And so that's another thing that we really focus on, is easing the difficulty of those transitions. And we'll work on getting some more men here.
Okay.
So with that, I'm going to read a blessing that was written by John O'Donohue. And whatever your faith tradition is, some of you prayer might resonate, some of you blessing might resonate. For some of you it might not resonate at all. So I invite you to hear this out of your tradition in whatever way, if you want to bow your head, if you want to open your hands, whatever feels comfortable to you in your faith. So this is a blessing for a new home, which I thought was appropriate. May this house shelter life for all who come here. May the weight of the world fall from their shoulders. May their hearts be tranquil here, blessed by peace the world cannot give. May this home be a lucky place, a blessed place, where the graces life desires always find the pathway through that door. May nothing destructive ever cross this threshold. May this be a safe place full of understanding and acceptance, where all can be as they are, without the need of any mask of pretense or image. May this home be a place of discovery, where the possibilities that sleep in the clay of the soul can emerge to deepen and refine our vision for all that is yet to come to birth. May it be a house of courage, where healing and growth are loved, where dignity and forgiveness prevail, a home where patience of spirit is prized, and the sight of the destination is never lost. Though the journey be difficult and slow, may there be great delight around this hearth. May it be a place of welcome for the broken and diminished. May we have the eyes to see that no visitor arrives without a gift, and no guest leaves without a blessing. Amen. May it be so.